10 things to know before buying the 2023 BMW M4. The BMW M4 is a high-performance model specially made for those who want the best driving experience. Being a compact executive car that can be had as both a coupe and convertible, the M4 ticks most of the boxes for gearheads out there. The brilliant performance from the legendary twin-turbo inline-six motor and the sharp handling has made it a favorite amongst the American buyers. With the launch of the 2023 BMW M4, which is part of the second generation of the model, BMW has managed to refine it even further. The CSL trim makes its presence in this 2023 iteration, and that brings in a whole lot of performance, suspension, and braking upgrades. There is a serious weight reduction too. With the fierce competition from the likes of the Cadillac CT4-V Blackwing, Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, and Mercedes-AMG C63, here are 10 things you need to know before buying the 2023 BMW M4. 10. Super quick acceleration. The 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-six motor under the hood of the M4 is derived from the B58 motor, which is the BMW's modular engine, and it is one of the torquiest and smoothest engines that are offered at this price point. Producing 473 horsepower and 406 lb-ft of torque with the base coupe trim, the motor feels very energetic from as low as 2000 RPM and screams all the way to the red line. The 6-speed manual is a joy to use with its slick and precise gearshifts and is the only offering of the segment with a stick. However, you could also go with the more powerful competition trim offering 503 horsepower and 479 lb-ft of torque, and this is capable of doing the 0 to 60 miles per hour run in just 3.5 seconds. The competition trim can only be had with the xDrive AWD drivetrain and 8-speed automatic transmission. Apart from that, you could also go with the most powerful CSL trim. 9. A comfortable daily driver. The sports car looks and performance of the M4 are going to make people below that it is going to be a handful while commuting. However, the ride quality is more comfortable than many would imagine. The base M4, which comes with the 18-inch front wheels and 19 rear wheels, was more supple to ride in than the Mercedes-AMG C63 and Audi RS5. The slow-speed ride is adequately comfortable, with only the bigger potholes being transmitted to the cabin. Even then, it doesn't jostle the passengers too much. However, as the speed increases on the highway, the ride remains almost flat. In comparison, even though the competition and CSL trims are not going to set any comfort benchmarks, it is quite manageable. Nevertheless, we would prefer the base coupe or convertible trims if you intend to make the M4 your daily driver. 8. Braking performance is excellent. Braking is handled by the M integrated 15-inch rotors at the front and 14.6 rotors at the rear with a 6-piston front and 1-piston rear caliper. The braking performance is top-notch, and the initial bite is easily one of the best in the segment. The brake pedal offers excellent progression and the automatic transmission does aggressive downshifts to anchor down easily. If you want even better braking performance, the M4 can also be had with the optional carbon ceramic brakes and a larger 15.7-inch front rotors. It offers superior braking feel and feedback, and the brake fade was almost non-existent even after prolonged brake use. However, it is going to be an expensive optional extra. 7. Love it or hate it design. The controversial front-end design is going to be a deal-breaker to many of the gearheads out there. However, the 2023 M4 still turns heads when out on the streets. The unique-looking LED headlights with LED DRLs, multiple air vents, and the massive grille with black inserts give the M4 the character it deserves, and the best in-class width helps it to stand out from the relatively smaller and bland-looking Lexus RCF2. We are also a huge fan of the convertible version of the M4, which can be had for a starting price of $86,500, and the 13 exterior color palettes and multiple optional 19-inch and 20 alloy wheels. The optional exterior features like the M Shadowline lights, moonroof, adaptive headlights with laser light, and M Carbon exterior package gives it a more sporty appeal too. The side profile and rear end see no changes from the outgoing model, with sharp character lines, fender vents with M badging, carbon fiber elements, quad exhaust, and LED taillights. 6. Decent fuel efficiency. Fuel efficiency is going to be one of the last criteria that enthusiasts would look at before getting a sports car that is made to set the racetracks on fire.
However, we were pleasantly surprised with the fuel efficiency offered by the M4, which comes with the legendary 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-6 motor under the hood. The base coupe version with a 6-speed manual could do 16 mpg in the city and 23 mpg on the highway. However, the competition trim with the xDrive system offered a slightly lower highway gas mileage of 22 mpg. If you go all in and get the brand new CSL trim, the fuel efficiency does come down even further. However, the official numbers haven't been revealed by EPA yet. 5. Gets a roster of safety features. Since the 2023 BMW M4 is a performance car that costs more than $70,000, it hasn't been crash tested by the NHTSA and IIHS yet. Even the outgoing 2022 model hasn't been crash tested. However, with solid build due to aluminum and carbon fiber construction coupled with a long list of standard features list makes it a choice that is hard to resist in the segment. The standard driver assistance features offered with the 2023 M4 include blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, front and rear parking sensors, and a driver monitoring system. However, we would also recommend you to get the optional Driving Assistance Professional Package and Parking Assistance Professional Package for the added safety they provide. For iDrive infotainment is smooth. Being a fan of the brilliant iDrive infotainment system that came in the 2022 M4, we are more than happy to report that this system comes with no changes in this 2023 model. The 12.3-inch touchscreen display is sharp and gets pretty bright. The touch sensitivity and interface are next to none as well. The entertainment and connectivity features like wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM radio, navigation, Bluetooth, voice recognition, and 16-speaker Harman Kardon audio system are standard. The audio quality sees no compromises and feels like something that comes in a car that costs more than $100,000. The rotary controller on the center console makes life easier too. 3. More than enough space. Even though the 2023 BMW M4 is a 4-seater sports car, it is only going to be comfortable for the driver and the front seat passenger. Coming as a 2-door coupe or convertible, the front seats are top-notch with soft leather upholstery, best-in-class underthigh and lower back support, and all the required features like heating, ventilation, and powered support. The headroom and legroom are better than many of the rivals, and getting in and out are not going to be a tedious task. We also love the brilliant ergonomics and the soft touch materials all around. Even though the rear seat is not going to be very comfortable for taller folks, it turned out to be better than the M3. The trunk capacity of 15.3 cubic feet is decent too. If you want the open-top experience, the M4 can also be had in the convertible form factor for about $10,000 more than the coupe. 2. There is a CSL version. The only major change to the 2023 BMW M4 is the arrival of the CSL trim to the lineup. The CSL trim turned out to be the most powerful trim of the lineup, with a whopping 543 horsepower and 479 lb-ft of torque produced from the same 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-6 mated to the 8-speed automatic transmission. It comes in the RWD drivetrain configuration only, and it gets upgraded suspension and better brakes as well. Even though the motor remains identical to the regular M4, this same motor gets quite a lot of upgrades in the form of arc-sprayed iron coating on cylinder bores, 3D printed cylinder heads, and forged crankshaft. It is about 240 pounds lighter, too, which is a result of many carbon fiber bits and the lack of a rear seat. Overall, the M4 CSL is a fierce machine and the performance on offer could shame even some of the supercars out there. 1. Excellent handling. The independent front and rear suspension with coil springs are tuned to the stiffer side and the chassis is well engineered, and both of these make the 2023 M4 an excellent handler on the B roads and racetracks. The limited slip differential is offered for all the trims, and the xDrive AWD system makes sure that you are always in control of this sports car. If you are in search of even superior handling and driving dynamics, the M4 CSL is going to fit the bill perfectly. The tweaked suspension system with lower ride height and center of gravity means that the car sticks to the road like a leech. There is a 10-stage traction control system and the steering is razor sharp and direct. The understeer is well controlled, and the car offers a regulated oversteer character, putting a smile on the driver's face.